What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is defined as storing and accessing of data and computing services over the internet. It doesn't store any data on your personal computer. It's just like on demand availability of computer services like servers, data storage, networking, databases, etc. The main purpose of cloud computing is to give access to data centers to many users. Users can also access data from a remote server. Some of the popular cloud computing service providers are AWS by Amazon, Azure, Microsoft, and Google Cloud Platform. So this is the structure and working of cloud computing. So this is a final data center of your service provider, and these are the end users. So the end users will request on demand services, whether it's like the database on cloud or storage on cloud, or they need virtual machines with high end configurations to use. They will also get the instances of those machines from the data center on cloud. So this is how the cloud computing functions. These are the end users. They request the services, and through the cloud service provider from the data center, they get what they want. Uh, Now, why cloud computing? With increase in computer and mobile users, data storage has become a priority in all fields. Large and small scale businesses today thrive on their data, and they spend a huge amount of money to maintain this data. It requires a strong IT support and a storage hub. Not all businesses can afford high cost of in-house IT infrastructure and backup support services. For them, cloud computing is a cheaper solution. Perhaps its efficiency in storing data, computation, and less maintenance costs has succeeded to attract even bigger businesses as well. So previously, what organizations had to do, they had to maintain the complete IT infrastructure and support team inside their own office. So the cost of servers and maintaining them was very high. So it was not feasible for a small organization to do all that. That is one of the most important reason why cloud computing became so popular among these organizations. Cloud computing decreases the hardware and software demand from user side. The only thing that user must be able to run is the cloud computing system's interface software, which can be as simple as web browser, and the cloud network takes care of the rest. We all have experienced cloud computing at some instant of time. Some popular cloud services we have used and we are still using are your mail services like Gmail, Hotmail, and Yahoo. Now there are mainly three different type of cloud computing offerings that these service providers do. The first one is software as a service, which is also popularly known as SaaS, platform as a service PaaS, and infrastructure as a service IaaS. Different businesses use all these different components according to their requirement. Now let's study each one of them in detail. The first one we have is a software as a service, or popularly known as SaaS. This is a software distribution model in which applications are hosted by a vendor or service provider and made available to customers over a network through internet. SaaS is becoming an increasingly prevalent delivery model as underlying technologies that support service oriented architecture or web services. Through internet, this service is available to users anywhere in the world. Traditionally, software applications needed to be purchased upfront and then installed it on your computer. SaaS users, on the other hand, instead of purchasing the software, subscribes to it, usually on monthly basis via the internet. So instead of purchasing the software or giving the upfront purchasing cost, you just take the subscription of the software on monthly basis. This is the main key point of the SaaS. Anyone who needs an access to a particular piece of software can subscribe it as a user, whether it is one or two people or even thousands of employees in a corporation. SaaS is compatible with all internet enabled devices. Now, most important tasks like accounting, sales, invoicing, and planning all can be performed using SaaS services. The next we have is platform as a service. Also, it is referred as PaaS. It provides a platform and environment to all developers to build applications and services. This service is hosted in the cloud and accessed by the users via internet. To understand it in a simple term, let's compare it with painting a picture, where you are provided with the paint colors, different paint brushes, and paper by your school teacher, and you just have to draw a beautiful picture using those tools. Platform as a service is constantly updated and new features are added. Software developers, web developers, and businesses can benefit from platform as a service. It provides a platform to support your application development. It includes software support and management services, storage, network deploying, testing, collaborating, hosting, maintaining applications. All these things are given by your platform as a service. The next thing that we have is infrastructure as a service, and it is one of the most fundamental service model of cloud computing alongside your platform as a service. It provides access to computing resources in a virtualized environment, that is the cloud on your internet. It provides the computing infrastructure like complete virtual server space, network connections, bandwidth, load balancers, and IP addresses. The pool of hardware resources extracted from multiple servers and networks, usually distributed across numerous data centers. This provides redundancy and reliability to infrastructure as a service. IaaS or infrastructure as a service, it's a complete package for computing. For small scale businesses who are looking for cutting cost on IT infrastructure, IaaS is one of the solutions. Annually, a lot of money is spent in maintenance and buying of new components like hard drives, network connections, external storage device, etc., which a business owner could have saved for other expenses by using infrastructure as a service. So I hope you're clear with the basic concept of cloud computing, why do we need it, and different service models given by different cloud service providers. So thank you for watching the video. Now let's move to the next one.